Hey YTF, how y'all doing today? Thanks for tuning in to this video. This is my second official video, officially. I'm happy about that. I'm a YouTuber. But anyway, I was making a video right before right before this video. I actually just made a video. I recorded it. So I was looking at the video and I was gonna edit the video or whatever. And so in this video I was talking about the gas prices, and then I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I end up dozing off on the video. Like, the video was boring. And then I'm thinking, like, I really didn't want to talk about no gas prices anyway. Well, and as I was watching the video, what I really wanted to talk about, and I know I said this was going to be a commentary channel, which it is, but I still want to, just give a little about myself before I go off into all that. And then sometimes I just want to go with the flow, what I feel that day or how I'm feeling. And right now, when I looked at that video, I just want to kind of explain to y'all, because just in case y'all are aware and then have questions, when y'all look at my video and then y'all see the left side of my face, it probably look strange or different from the other side. And as I was watching that video before I kind of dozed off, I was looking at my face, and sometimes I can't help it. Like, I get real pissed off, but I know everything it ain't always about looks, right? Okay, cool, whatever. But I really get upset, and then sometimes that's one of the things that's kind of like made me fall back from really like recording videos, because it's like I don't like the sound of my voice. And then I told y'all, I overthink everything and I think myself right out of something. And if I watch a video and I watch myself and then I look at the side of my face, I get so discouraged. Like, that's one of the biggest reasons why I think, like, I haven't really been into making content like I normally would, because normally, like, I'm talking, I like to laugh, and I'm outgoing, and I, sometimes be the life of the party and things of that nature. But at the same time, like, I'm a real reserved person. I'm real reclusive. But when I do step out, I step out, if that makes sense. So, but when I be looking at the video and then I'm looking at the side of my face, like, I get so pissed off. Like, I'm going to explain this to y'all, just in case, like I said, y'all looking at me and then, like, dang, why that side of her face look kind of crazy or whatever. Or some people don't even notice it until I, shed light on it. Then they be like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I ain't even noticed. But it just bothered me so. And maybe I'm real self-conscious about it too at the same time. So just being all in my head. So all those things could be true at the same time. But this was back in 2015. So, excuse me, it was the middle of the day, kind of like around this time. And I believe it was around March or April. I can't remember which month. I think it was around March or April. So anyway, I was in the house or whatever, and I used to be in the house, and I used to be in the mirror, and I used to do my makeup a lot, like doing makeup. That was a hobby that I used to love to do. Like, I just get dressed up and I ain't going nowhere and be in the house just doing makeup, practicing makeup. So one day I was in the mirror, and then all of a sudden, no, okay, yeah. So I was in the mirror earlier part of that day, practicing doing makeup or whatever. So I went to take a nap. So when I woke up, my eye was itching real bad. Like, my eye was itching so bad. Like, I never had an itch like that. Never. Like, it just felt like bugs was in my eye. Like, I couldn't find no relief. I put water, I was pouring water in my eye, everything. I was just about to scratch my eyeball out. So I was thinking like, okay, maybe if I go lay down and go back to sleep and then maybe wake up, maybe, you know, it'll be subsided or whatever. And then if I just keep my eye closed and maybe it'll just subside. So I went and I laid back down and I took a nap. I think it was at least about an hour. Cause yeah, I didn't sleep for that long. It was about an hour. I woke up. And then when I woke up, right, I just felt funny. Like I knew something, but I just felt funny. Like I don't feel right. And then like when I was saying something to myself, I'm sorry. And then when I was saying, you know, saying that to myself, I noticed like my mouth didn't feel right. So I'm like, let me go get up and go look in the mirror. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, when I got up and I went and I looked in the mirror, my whole left side of my face was like this. It was worse than this. My whole face was down. This was like hanging. Like it felt like a cake. Like the whole, and I was like out of my mind, like going crazy, hysterical, like couldn't talk. I was slobbing and everything. And I'm just like, couldn't even understand, like process what was going on. Like this can't be life. Like out of all things, not my face. Like anybody know me know, like, man, I take pride in, you know, looking a certain type of way. So, and not to sound conceited or anything, but that's just how I was. Like, yeah, real stuck on myself. But I ended up calling my auntie, and my auntie, she stayed like a few blocks from me. So she hurried up and came down there, and we went to the hospital or whatever, and went to the emergency room. And then I had thought like I had some type of stroke or something. And then come to find out, they was like I had something called Bell's palsy, and I never had heard of it. Like, this is crazy. Like, I just couldn't even, I was so mad. Like, I was beyond mad because I couldn't believe that, like, this happened to my face. But then when they said, like, you know, it comes back, like, your natural face comes back. And then I kind of, like, calmed down, like, okay. So they gave me the steroids and everything like that, right? And at that time, I don't know, for some reason, like, and I don't like taking medicine. And for some reason, like, I took the steroids, but I wasn't taking them properly the way I was supposed to. Because in my mind, when they told me my face was going to automatically come back, I'm just thinking like my face is going to automatically come back. They didn't say, you know, they did say, you know, take the medicine or whatever, but not to the point where the medicine was going to help your face go back to normal. So I was under the impression that it was just going to bounce back. So that's what I was waiting on. I was taking the medicine, but not like I was supposed to. So all the way fast forward to 2015 to now, this how far I've come. And I've come a long way. And some people, when I started doing research and then come to find out, some people face bounced right back within a week or so, a couple of days or so. And then, like, for me, it was just like wasn't happening. So, like, over time, slowly, like, I started exercising my face and, you know, doing my own therapy on my face and everything, and buying devices and tools and stuff, and doing lymphatic massages, all, you know, and just to lift it up. And then, like, if y'all could see, like, and then, like, my eye, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to make a part 2 to the video. It cut off. So like I was saying, and then like when I smile, my eye will start twitching. It don't twitch that bad as it used to. But then like you can see my dimple coming back. Like on this side, I got deep dimples. Y'all see my dimple? And this side, this dimple was just as deep as this one. So, but then you couldn't see my dimple. I couldn't crack a smile like this. It was paralyzed. So over time, like it have gotten better. I could smile a lot better. And then in some pictures, and then in some ways, like I can look fairly normal, make this side look a little like this side, but it's still like kind of stuck right here. I can't do that like I could do on this side. And then my eyes still like act a little crazy. It'll start twitching and all that. And then it's gotten smaller than this eye. So, and then this little part right here is still like a little saggy. So, but every day I work on it. Every day I work on my face. And like I said, it lifted back up because it was like hanging. So it lifted back up, and that's part of me just massaging and rubbing and just trying to get back to normal as possible, because I remember it was a time this side wouldn't even move, like, and when I would talk, my words would get, and I still get like that a little bit to this day, like my words would get all what I want to say, my words I like stuttering, like I couldn't, my words would never come out right, like stuttering a lot. And I never was the type of person that stuttered. And sometimes like if I'm mad or I get excited or I'm happy, like I'm stuttering and can't get the words out right and stuff like that. But it's gotten much better, way, way better than it was. So that's what this video ended up being about today. It was gonna be about something all the way different, but this is what I was feeling at this moment. So I made the video about this because I did kind of want to explain that, you know, to the people that will subscribe to my channel and click on the video. Y'all can kind of understand if y'all looking at like my face and then kind of notice like something is off a little bit. So that's the reason why, and that's actually what I was feeling. And then I was kind of getting a little upset because when I look at myself, some days I'll be like, okay, I'm good today. It look pretty like normal, and then my dimple like will really, and that's what really be pissing me off because I can't see my dimple. And if I like start exercising and doing like that, it'll come in a little bit more and more, but I don't want to do all that over there. Then I can make my smile, but I have to practice it before I could actually crack the smile to make my dimple come in more. But it was hard making it, just getting to this point, from this to this. And then my eye, when I squinch, like my neck, it's like it's all struggling to move. So everything is straining. Like my neck, not even like smiling hard, and it feel like it's just straining from right here, like, and then it's straining from right here. My eye come down because I'm straining to make that smile, like make my face come together with a smile. But sometimes, like as I'm massaging and I put a hot towel on it, then I put the LED mask on, like it'll loosen up a little bit more during the day, and I could smile. Yeah, so I got pissed off and I couldn't do the video about no gas prices and all that, not today, because I wasn't feeling it when I looked at myself. So This is what y'all got. And before I go, I do want to say, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, y'all. I promise I'm going to get, like I said, I'm going to get into the comments here and all that, but let's just get to know me. I guess that's what I'm doing. And like I said, just going with the flow, because that just threw me off. Like, if I just feel like I can't even be my normal self like I really would be. Like, I would be all in the camera laughing, cracking up and everything, like, and that just stagnated me so bad. Like, I had issues with God. I was mad at God. Like, out of all things to take, like, why would you take my looks? And you know what kept coming to my head? The thought that kept coming to my head is, I don't know how it's worded in the Bible, but it's something to the effect like, no God shall come before me. When God say no God shall come before him, and things that you can make so many things your God. And that's the thought that kept coming to my mind every time I get pissed off and I get in that mindset. And that's the answer that I get, like, no God will come before me. Cause like I said, I'm always been a people person. Like, I wasn't like treated other people bad or nothing like that, being stuck on myself. You know, I was just always about, like, the way I looked, like, really, like, I was, and I guess, like, I really made that my God. And I get off into other things, like, God didn't, I done been through some things. So it's like anything that I put before him, like, in some type of way, he'll take it, or it'll end up being where I have to leave that alone in some type of form or another. Like, and that's what the answer that kept coming to my head. And like I said, I was putting my looks and my beauty before anything. And I guess, like, I, in such a way, like, I made that my God. Cause, like, I'm talking about, it was to the point, like I said, that day when it happened, I was actually practicing doing makeup earlier that day. And I was the type of female, I get dressed, you know, get myself together, and not even going outside, not going nowhere. And just to be in the mirror, like, I could literally be in the mirror all day in the mirror. Like, I know that probably sound crazy to some people. Like, how could you just be in the mirror looking at yours? Like, in the mirror, like, just in the mirror. I used to love just being in the mirror, like, looking at trying different hairstyles, trying different ways, and just in the mirror. Like, I spent so much time in the mirror just focusing on me. It was all about me, like, you know. And yeah, he set me down for real. Like, and that's why I said, like, I was so upset. Like, and sometimes I get back in that, I revert to that frame of mind. Like, I'm upset with God. Like, out of all things, like, why would you take my looks? And then I have to remind myself also, like, I'm blessed. Cause this is pale in comparison to what he could have allowed to happen to me. You know, being so caught up on the way I look. You know, a lot of people, you know, got messed up in one way or another, like being in a fire, or being hurt, all type of things. Like, and so like I said, I am blessed, and so I have to thank God, cause it could have been way worse than this. Like it could have been way worse than this. Like I could have been in some type of accident, you know, like I could have been really disfigured, and then like he still left me something to work with, you know. But so much of me was caught up in the way I look, you know. So, but now I've got to the point like I don't even, not that I ever needed makeup, because I always had like kind of fair skin, good skin, like not bumpy and all that. And people always complimented me on my skin. So I say foundation. I really wasn't like into foundation, no foundation. So, but now like I don't wear anything. Like I don't wear lashes no more. I don't wear nails no more. I don't wear lipstick no more. I don't wear eyeshadow, none of those things. I don't wear concealer. I don't wear, it's all natural now. And that happened a couple of years ago. You know, when I decided like I wasn't going to wear makeup, and I gave up earrings and all that, like jewelry, costume jewelry, like I gave it up, you know, because I came to understand like if you're gonna represent Jesus, then you gotta look like you can't look like the world, like I'm going to the club or whatever the case may be. And that's my opinion. That's how I got it, and that's how I received the message, and that's me. Now I'm not saying everybody else got to be that way, or can't wear earrings or nothing like that. Do whatever makes you feel good. If you feel like you want to wear earrings, like I said, that's your choice. But for me, I chose like I'm not gonna wear none of it, none of it. So, and that's just me. Um, how I even want to say this, like in this journey, in my journey, trying to be more Christ-like and developing a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, being obedient. And I got a long way to go. So this was just my start. This was just my start. Now I'm working on cursing and addiction. Yeah, I'm a heavy cigarette smoker. I smoke cigarettes. I've been smoking cigarettes for years, and that seemed like that's just something. That's a battle. That's a battle, and I know like it's gonna take Jesus Himself to deliver me from that. Like I don't know, them cigarettes got me, and sometimes I don't even like smoking cigarettes. I don't. I know I don't. And then I'm more aware. Like I wouldn't light them in certain places. Any other time I'll light a cigarette fast. But now I'm more aware of where I'm lighting a cigarette or having it in my mouth, and I don't want this person to see me with the cigarette. Like I'm thinking about it more, so I know I'm going to the right direction. Like to end up being a non-smoker, you know. So yeah. But I'm not ashamed of it, and I can admit that like I'm not perfect. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes. Yeah. So, like I said, I got a long way to go in my in my journey, and me developing and building a strong, solid relationship with Jesus Christ. And with that being said, I just want to say one thing before I end this video. And this is related to Jesus Christ. Why is it that in the world today, in on social media or just in general, like is deemed as a, oh, don't say that, like it's a hush hush, like you can't say like you love Jesus, or you know you a Christian, or you anything about Jesus, like, oh, hush hush, like you can't offend nobody. How am I offending you because I choose to follow Jesus, or that's my belief. How are you offended? But when you over there, you could scream Allah, represent him, going the streets, do all in the name of Allah, or whoever y'all follow, or whatever the case may be. Y'all could represent that to the fullest. No problem. None being said, oh, well, that's their religion. They have the right to practice or believe in what they want to believe. Okay, cool. But why, when people over here talking about Jesus and we want to, because look, can't nobody like stop me from, or making me feel like I'm wrong for what I believe in. You gonna scream Allah to the top of your lungs, I could scream Jesus Christ to the top of my lungs, and I ain't gonna feel no way about it. And like Jesus said, you deny him, he gonna deny you in front of the Father. What I'm gonna deny him for? Because these people feel a certain type of way. Like I said, when I stand in that front of that throne, ain't none of them people gonna be able to stand there, can't save me from whatever, can't vouch for me, none of that. So you think I'm gonna stop representing Jesus because y'all feel some type of way? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then, thank God. I thank God every day that I was born in the United States of America. I was born in the best country in the world. Thank God. I thank God every day I was born in this country. I have the right and the freedom to believe in who I want to believe in. And I got a right to say that. And I'm not going to hold back while you over there screaming who you believe in, you marching and doing all type of stuff in the name of whoever you believe in. But when it comes to Jesus, I'm supposed to just be silent and fold. And like I said, I don't fold like no cheap suit. And can't nobody make me feel no type of way. And whoever come across this video, y'all get in the comments saying whatever, like, don't none of that stuff bother me. And if you can't rock with it, then watch out. That's all I can say. Keep scrolling, watch out, and move around. Because I ain't going to be quiet for nothing, and I ain't denying Jesus for nobody. Nobody. And I need to really give myself together more. I need to get right with him even more. That I think about it, I should be doing more, way more than what I'm doing. Way more than what I'm doing. But I'm not gonna be afraid, or ain't nobody gonna make me feel like I'm bogus or wrong for speaking the name Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna be able to do that one. And so, guys, I thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Can y'all please subscribe? Subscribe. We gonna have a ball. We gonna have a ball. Like the video. Hype the video if that's available. But definitely like the video. I wanted to get out into the algorithm. I want to get, get the flowing, get in rotation. So definitely like, share, and subscribe the video. And by this being a new channel, y'all can help support the channel. My Cash App and my PayPal is in the description. And once again, y'all, my name's Sammy. I got a I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm not aware that the video, I'm not even aware that I'm talking that long. And the video, I guess I'm going beyond the time frame. So, but anyway, yeah, like I said, I got about 4 or 5 different names, but nowadays I'm going by Sammy. That's more appropriate. So with that, y'all, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a beautiful day. And I don't want to babble on and on and on and on. But y'all gonna get used to me though.